The JOUGAN, Boruto Uzumaki's mysterious dojutsu, is one of the biggest mysteries in Boruto. Little official information has been revealed about its abilities and origin, but several clues allow us to theorize about its potential and future importance. Hello everyone, I hope you are well, and that everything is going well for you. In this, as I said before, we will discuss the JOUGAN, the precious pure eye of the Otsutsuki. Before starting this video, I invite you to first subscribe or unsubscribe, and to like or dislike the video if you haven't already. Okay, without further ado, let's start this video. First, let's start with what we know about the JOUGAN. The JOUGAN seems to be unique to Boruto and has only been mentioned by the Otsutsuki. It activates unconsciously during critical situations and seems linked to Boruto's emotions. For the moment, we have seen it used consciously only during the Boruto versus Kawaki battle on the Hokage statue. Tonari Otsutsuki would have awakened this power in a dream, suggesting a connection with the Otsutsuki clan. By giving him this power, he tells him that he is the hope of the stars. With these words, we are confirmed the importance of both Boruto and his JOUGAN. We know little, if anything, about the JOUGAN, but we already have some confirmation of its abilities. Already, one of the JOUGAN's abilities is interdimensional vision. This allows Boruto to see the faults between dimensions, which could be crucial against the Otsutsuki, who have the ability to teleport. Example of the fight against Urashiki Otsutsuki. Boruto was able to stand up to him thanks to this ability of the JOUGAN. The other ability that the JOUGAN offers to its user is the detection of malicious chakra. Boruto can perceive the flow of chakra and detect disturbances in the network of meridians. The last ability that we know is limited precognition. The JOUGAN seems to give intuitions or improved reflexes in combat. That's all we know about the JOUGAN, but any Boruto fan knows that these abilities are just barely 10% of the extent of its power. We know that this eye is the ultimate eye of the Otsutsuki. Who says Dojutsu Otsutsuki necessarily says completely broken abilities. And I think I have an idea of what the abilities of this dojutsu could be. The JOUGAN could be a primordial evolution of the Otsutsuki dojutsu, or even the original eye combining several powers of the Byakugan, Rinnegan, and Tenseigan. It would then be a dojutsu superior to other dojutsu such as the Sharingan or the Ketsuryugan. Unlike the Rinnegan and the Byakugan, the JOUGAN could have an adaptive capacity, changing function according to the threat. The JOUGAN could distinguish itself from other dojutsu by its ability to adapt to situations and opponents. Unlike the Byakugan and the Rinnegan, the JOUGAN could modify its abilities according to the need. It would analyze the enemy's chakra flow and its techniques, then activate a corresponding effect. For example, when faced with an opponent using a chakra absorption technique, the JOUGAN could generate a countermeasure. In combat, it could accelerate Boruto's reflexes by allowing him to predict attacks. If an opponent attempts to use the Sukuna Hikona, the JOUGAN could analyze the effect and disrupt the technique by seeing its weak point. It would then function as an adaptive dojutsu, modifying its effect according to the threat detected, which would make it the ultimate weapon against the Otsutsuki, capable of diversifying their powers. It could also see the fault lines of space-time, uniting the Byakugan and the Rinnegan. The JOUGAN appears to offer a unique ability to perceive dimensions and spatial rifts, making it similar to Sasuke's Rinnegan, but with potentially more advanced range. Boruto could see natural rifts between dimensions, allowing him to travel through them without requiring a karma or Rinnegan. He could detect unstable areas of space-time and exploit them in combat. If an Otsutsuki attempts to escape through a portal, Boruto could seal or divert them with the JOUGAN. He could forcibly close a dimensional rift or redirect an enemy into a trapped dimension. The JOUGAN could not only see dimensional rifts, but also learn to create or stabilize them, surpassing Sasuke's Rinnegan, which required a cooldown. In short, this ability would make the JOUGAN the ultimate dojutsu to counter the Otsutsuki, who massively use dimensions to flee and regenerate. This would explain why they fear it so much. Another ability that I think the JOUGAN will be able to do is to suck up jutsus, dojutsu, genjutsu, and chakra. A bit like karma, but much more broken. Karma can only suck up ninjutsu. This I would be able to suck up much more, in my opinion. I also think that the JOUGAN can allow the user to have yin and yang chakra, as well as the 5 chakra natures. Another probable ability would be that any user of the JOUGAN would be able to summon monsters from other Otsutsuki dimensions, like the ability of the Rinnegan, which allows you to summon monsters with a Rinnegan. For the JOUGAN, I think it will be able to summon monsters with the Byakugan, the Rinnegan, or the JOUGAN. Even if I doubt the possibility of the JOUGAN, it is still a possibility. I also think that the JOUGAN allows you to summon the Geto statue, or Jubi. And finally, I think that the JOUGAN holds several shinjutsu. The first would be that the JOUGAN allows you to cancel any shinjutsu. For example, let's imagine that Boruto fights against Demon. His power of reflection, the fact of sending back enemy attacks against them, will not work because the JOUGAN would cancel it. The second shinjutsu would be that the JOUGAN would be able to see the past, the present, and the future. So it would be a mix of Kashin Koji's shinjutsu and the dojutsu of Ida's Senrigan. One of the last shinjutsu that I think Boruto could use with the JOUGAN is to use the power of creation like Hagoromo and Naruto could in Sage of Six Paths mode. I think he could appropriate the 9 orbs that Naruto had before. There you go, that's pretty much all the theories I have in mind. In fact, I think I have others, but I don't want this video to last too long. I think you've understood enough the importance of the JOUGAN in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. This eye is so mysterious and overpowering that Ishiki Otsutsuki and other members seem to recognize and worry about it, suggesting that it plays a role in their downfall. It could be a natural weapon against them, capable of weakening or absorbing their essence. Many believe that the JOUGAN could be linked to the divine powers that Shirbai Otsutsuki mastered, making it a super powerful eye. It could manipulate karma or even influence reality, much like Ida's omnipotence. The JOUGAN could be the key to stopping the cycle of the Otsutsuki by preventing their resurrection or annihilating their consciousness. While Kawaki has Ishiki's abilities, Boruto could represent the ultimate legacy of the Otsutsuki in a pure, stabilized form. The JOUGAN appears to be the ultimate dojutsu, combining the best aspects of the Byakugan, Rinnegan, and Tenseigan while having unique properties. It could play a decisive role in the war against the Otsutsuki, and could even be a weapon against their immortality. Its gradual awakening indicates that Boruto has not yet reached his full potential, but he could become one of the most powerful shinobi in history thanks to this pupil.